Okay, now we're going to talk about defensive transition. Coach Jamison alluded to this earlier in the DVD. A lot of the youth level basketball games, and if you're talking about middle school all the way down, it's probably 70% of the game is played in transition. The offense isn't quite as good, the defense isn't quite as good, so what you end up doing is running up and down a lot. So this is a drill that we do frequently in practice. It's something that we emphasize. I think it's a great drill for communication, and it's a great drill for getting back in transition. Okay, the way that this drill is set up is you can put one team on the baseline. In this case, we have purple, and then you've got one team out here in front of them, which is white, and you need a coach that can pass the basketball. Coach, you're probably going to want to slide up here. Okay, now the way that this drill works is Coach Bush will start the drill by passing to one of the purple basketball players. Okay, and guys, you're not going to know which one of you it's going to be, so be awake. We've had guys get hit in the face. They didn't stay in the drill very long, okay? Now, purple, when you get the basketball, your objective is to sprint down the court and score as fast as you can, okay? So if you get the ball, you can do whatever you want. You can dribble it the whole way. You can throw it ahead of your teammate. If you don't get the ball, you're screaming down the lanes just trying to score. That's what you're trying to do, because if you score, you get to stay on offense, okay? So that's your motivation here. Now, white, what you're going to get is whoever Coach Bush throws the ball to, okay? You have to then, if he throws it to Spanky and I'm guarding, or Eric's guarding Spanky, he has to run, touch the baseline, and then sprint back, okay? Which means now you're playing what? 4-on-5, right? Which means your job's really tough, all right? So let me ask you this, what's the most important person on the basketball court? The guy with the ball, right? So we need to stop the basketball first, which means, guess what, Owen? You're no longer guarding Montana. You're no longer guarding Matt, all right? We got to communicate this and figure it out, okay? Now at the varsity level, what we like to do is we divide the court into fourths. So we would maybe say, you know, this would be the first fourth. If we use the volleyball lines, this would be the second fourth, third fourth, excessively, okay? And our rule is always that we don't allow the basketball to be passed ahead in the same lane, the same fourth, okay? So defense, your job is you got to really communicate. You got to turn and sprint, okay? If you jog back, do you think you're going to play very much? Again, I went to Coach Crean's practice yesterday, and he had a guy jog back. You know what he did? He made him leave practice and go run on the treadmill for 20 minutes. Okay, so you have to sprint. We're not backpedaling. We're not just moseying down the court. As soon as the ball is thrown, and I'm not the guy that has to touch, I'm turning and I'm sprinting back down the court because we cannot allow the ball to get in the paint. That is a no-no, okay? And the first thing we have to do is communicate with you four and figure out who's going to stop the ball. After that, we got to talk then and match up and take away the next important possibilities, okay? So can we try this, you think? Are you guys all right with that? All right, we'll probably screw it up, but we'll give it a shot. Offense, you're just trying to run as hard as you can to get a layup, okay? Defense, you just got to get one stop in transition, rebound the ball, and then you get to go to offense, okay? What's the most important key here in this drill? Got to talk, right? Let's see if you can do it, okay? Coach Bush, wherever you're ready. Got to stop the ball, stop the ball, stop the ball, turn and sprint. Find the open man, Preston. Now you'll see a lot of the times if they don't communicate, then they're going to struggle to find whoever is unguarded. But you often will let them play it out. This is a chance for them to play and practice a little bit, you know, because they're always itching to do that. But you always run the drill until they get a stop. You can talk about defense here. You can talk about your help side. You can talk about good, okay? All right, very good. So let's switch this around then, okay? So white, you'll be on offense now. Purple, you'll be across. All right, let me just mention two things that I saw during that drill. Connor, I don't know who was next to you. Who was next to you? Okay. You both weren't sure who was going to pick up the ball, right? So how do you fix that? Talk. Preston, take the ball. Okay? Or Preston, you say, I got ball. Because now the other one can peel out and run. But again, don't anticipate that you're just going to understand it. Okay? If you tell him to take the ball, be assertive. Okay? Say, I got ball. And he'll turn and run out of there, all right? But it all starts with communicating, okay? Purple, so I want to hear you do that. I want to hear whoever's picking up this basketball, I want to hear it, and I want the other guys sprinting. Where's Preston? You did a great job of trailing, all right? I thought you did a wonderful job. You found the guy that was open, okay? That's a really good job. That's hard to do, so that's not a bad start, okay? So let's give Purple a chance. Purple, I want to know if you can communicate better in this white team because that's the big key to this drill. Here we go. Now you'll see some of the guys often will backpedal. We have two guys in the middle of that drill that are backpedaling. They'll get away with it here, but at our level, if you turn and don't sprint, you'll get exposed in a hurry. Okay? But again, this is a great opportunity to allow them to play 5-on-5, see if they can play defense, see if they screen out. Okay, so in this case, white, you made the shot, so you go back to offense because you scored. Okay, so let's do this one more time. Let's see if purple can get a stop. Now, there are two things that I saw there. I thought we communicated pretty well for the ball, but what did you do the whole way down the court? Yeah, what'd you do? For a long time, right? What do you need to do? So let's see if we can do that better. Okay, so if you're not stopping the ball, sprint it out. Get back inside that three-point line. Let's pack it in, and then let's close out from there. Okay, last one, and then we'll move on. Here we go. It's good, Madden. Now, see, the difference is when they sprint, the paint is taken away. And at youth basketball level, at the younger levels, if you can take away the paint, you're going to be in a good way. You know, one of the biggest mistakes that coaches make in defense is they want to play a zone because they want to keep the ball in the middle. You just teach these fundamentals every day. Your man-to-man defense can do that job very easily. Okay, good pass. All right, nice job. Okay, so that's our 55 transition. Now, guys, let me show one more thing. Give me that same lineup, but let's see. What I need now is white, purple, white, purple, white, and then line up across from them in opposite color. Okay, line up across from them in an opposite color. Come out here, Spank. Get in front of Clay Camp, Spanky. Montana, come out here in front of right here. Slide over. Get off of him, Preston, right there. Okay. Now, the wrinkle to this drill that you can do to change it up is switch with him. Switch with him. Come on out here, Owen. Is you can alternate it like this. Okay. Instead of going all purple on the baseline, you could alternate it here. And now, once you progress a little bit and you think your guys are getting the hang of it, Coach Bush can throw this ball to any of the 10 guys. Okay. So he could actually throw the ball right here to Preston. And if he did, Preston would catch it and try to go 100 mile an hour and score, which means who would be on defense? Purple. So you see what this does with this wrinkle is it puts you guys in a tough spot, it puts you in a tough spot, it puts you in a tough spot, or he could throw it on the baseline. So you don't know who's going to be on offense or defense. Okay, so let's try this one time, and this is a wrinkle that you want to make sure you progress to after your guys have gotten regular 55. So this would be just a little bit of a hybrid of this drill, okay? Coach, let's get it somebody in the back line though, okay? Hey guys, what's going to be the key to this drill? What's going to be the key to figuring out the drill? Communication, right? I've got him, Preston, you go there, Montana, you get back, I got ball. Those kind of things will be important. Nobody has to touch the baseline. Good question. Yeah, in this hybrid of this, nobody has to touch the baseline. It's just live, going that way. Whoever gets the ball from Coach Bush is the offensive team. Everybody else, I want to hear you really talk at a championship level. Let's see if we can do this just one time. Here we go. And what you see a lot is you see them become really, really concerned about their guy, okay? Owen, what were you really concerned with right there? Who were you really worried about? Was he the most important guy? What was most important? The guy streaking down the floor to wide open, okay? So good. A lot of opportunities to teach here. And that's just a little hybrid of our 55 transition.